Hey everyone. So just wanted to give another update, and I actually wanted to start off by shouting out this project that I've been using a lot, and I think I've mentioned it before, but haven't really shown this off. It's an open source project called Poke Environment, and it's what's allowing me to do so much of, the actual learning and the actual fun part of, building a deep learning Pokemon bot, because so much of what I need, like having the ability to run a server and to train against different agents quickly, is automated thanks to this incredible project. So I just wanted to shout it out and give credit to like such an incredible tool. And kind of on that note about using this and just interacting with the showdown environment, I was looking back at the battle that my bot actually won, and I noticed that there's a really odd behavior where there's a turn where I faint, or rather, the opponent feints one of my Pokemon. And so I switch out, and then the move after that, my bot immediately switches again, which seemed weird to me because there's no opponent action in between then to update the switch logic. But for some reason, it decided that the Pokemon it originally sent out was not the optimal choice. So what I found is that unfortunately there is a I don't think it's a bug, but it's a very odd behavior that makes the way I was trying to handle incorporating the opponent's previous move into the switch logic, it makes it incapable of behaving correctly in that situation. And so the reason for that, if we look at the output logs, will become a little bit more clear. So this these sort of like logs within brackets are the output from the Pokemon Showdown server. And these are the events that happen for the turn. So we can see that there's this Slazel, there's a Silvally, and so the opponent uses multi-attack, they feint my Pokemon, and then I have to send out a new Pokemon, so I switch into a Dugtrio. Now, this seems like it's working. Like you can see that we're handling the opponent's move, we're parsing that correctly, and then um, you would imagine that our switch takes this move into account, but that's actually not the case. And the reason for that is that if we scroll back up here, these two sets of text actually refer to a single turn within the game's context. And so you'll notice that there's this force switch action that's emitted by the Pokemon Showdown server. And so what happens is that when a Pokemon faints in Pokemon Showdown, it will actually send this force switch message before it's even informed the user of what move fainted that Pokemon. So essentially, when they use a move for the first time that faints your Pokemon, you will have no knowledge of that move when you come to handling the switch logic of sending out a new Pokemon. And, that's a pretty big issue because I feel like a lot of, if you're wasting those five switches you get every time in a losing match, and you're wasting those for sure, like that's certainly going to really negatively harm your performance. So I basically stole something from the simple heuristics player, and it's this estimate matchup function, which is pretty cool. What it does is it basically incorporates the types of the Pokemon, and then it also incorporates their speeds and then their HP levels to determine which would be the most optimal matchup. And types are weighted the most, whereas speed and HP levels are weighted, you know, significantly less than the types. And what that's done for the performance of the bot is actually really, really help it. And so against the simple heuristics player, I've been seeing numbers like winning like 2,800 times out of 10,000. Seen that twice now. And then if I take that trained bot and test it against a simple heuristics player, it usually wins about like 38%, 33 to 38% of those matches. And if I take that same bot against a max damage player, it wins 814 out of 1,000 battles and 764 out of 1,000 battles. So it's showing really incredible performance numbers. So yeah, I think that that logic has definitely been helpful. And that's it for now. So I'll keep you all posted on more progress.